Hello everybody and welcome to episode 8, I believe it's 8, of Let's Play BossConstructor. This is our third recording session with me, Potato McWhiskey. I'm glad you could join me. I've done a little bit more building off screen. For now, I've been doing most of my building off screen, but I think in the next few episodes I'm going to try and do a bit more of it on screen. Just to kind of recap what I did while we were off screen. I added a little bit of impulse armor and shielding to the corners of my ship to make it a little bit more defensible. I also expanded the width of the ship so that I could fit extra solar panels in, and there's now a lot more repair bots, and most of my repair bots are high quality. I'm not using any lower efficiency or extra weight except for these two here. I also went to this technology guy, this propulsion system technology, and I sold off all the engines I didn't want, and I went through and I upgraded every single engine on the ship so that it has either minus weight, efficiency, or plus hit points. So all of our engines now are quite strong, which I'm pretty happy about, including our fission rockets. So I found something to spend all that cash on. I believe I added 2 more rotating shields. I think I talked about the extra resonance canal. I also added more batteries so that we can save up extra resources in between fights. I got rid of the weapons on the side of the ship. For now I'm going to go with a frontal facing sort of battleship, but in the future I think my next ship I'm going to try maybe a more broadside or maybe even a smaller style ship. But for now we only have 1 point defense. We still keeping the 2 energy absorbers just because they have a little bit of utility and there's no harm not bringing them. We also managed to add a cargo container on the back because we widened the ship, and there's a little bit of empty space here that I can just tuck away maybe some piece of armor or something. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with this. I could in fact expand it down, put another solar panel in here, another piece of armor here, but what exactly we're going to do hasn't been decided, so I'm going to leave this more or less empty because it doesn't really make a huge difference. As far as armor goes, the ship is more or less the same armor, and that should more or less cover the changes that we made to the ship itself, so we should be able to go and jump into a mission. Now these guys, I believe, specialize in energy transmission, and these guys are in resource processing, and these guys are system automation. So I'm kind of torn between, do I want to go push back the von Neumann, or do I want to spend a little bit of time, sort of filling out some of these people that I want good relations with. For example, here is a tech lab that specializes in defense systems, which is something I could really use because I have a lot of armor that's negatively affected. So I think I might go here and then go through and upgrade my armor this episode. So let's do this mission. We should also meet a new civilization in this mission, which is pretty exciting. Oh, enemy asteroid base should be defeated pretty easily. So our main objectives are to destroy the pirate bases and to scan the marked areas. Shouldn't be too difficult. Our ship is, I think, like exceptionally strong for the sort of enemies we will be facing in our missions. That is bad news. Could just sort of sidestep that and turn my armor into it. Okay, we took a hit, but it was mostly on our armor. Thankfully, I'm gonna back up, see if we can get some sort of reversing hits on him. I really don't like being hit by torpedoes. They hurt a lot. For you can just throw a torpedo on a ship and it does a lot of damage. So he's just hit us with his torpedoes again. We're going to want to rotate into it like that so that it hits our armor instead of our main body, and we should be able to blast them to finish him off. Alright, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. Wasn't disastrous. We took a few hits, probably lost a piece of armor here or there, but overall we're doing okay. Let's see if we can continue to push. Looks like there's a another torpedo ship over here that I don't want to tangle with just yet. I'd rather I have to turn my armor. I lost another piece of armor there. Okay, managed to block it with my frontal. That's another important thing I need to do, is remember that those rotating shields at the front of my ship can absorb torpedo hits, which makes them extremely good. So I'm pretty happy about that. Let's keep pushing in. Oh, I want to hit these asteroids. Picking up some pretty cool stuff. I should probably set my weapons to be on separate hotkeys, but for now they're on the same hotkeys. See if we can do a swing around this asteroid. Alright, that should work. See if we can get a fire off on this guy. Alright, we took him out. See if we can swing the rear of our ship around to harvest this asteroid. That's where our harvester is, and there we go. Happy days, happy days. Alright, we got 5 ore out of that one. You can see that update over here if you're curious. Taking a glance at our ship, it looks like we've just lost 2 pieces of armor. Now, I don't know whether we picked them back up, but we do have a lot of spare armor, so it's okay if we lose a little bit of armor. And that's what the armor is there for, right? It's to take hits. So we're pushing on now. Should probably get some of this scanning done. That might be a prudent thing to do, considering it's a secondary objective. Although, you know, the secondary objectives, it just seems to give you an extra module. So, I mean, I guess if you're playing ultra efficiently on a per mission basis, yeah, it's absolutely worth it. But I'm not entirely convinced it's fully worth the time invested. It looks like another pirate base. I don't know. There seems to be a lot of those. So we're going to push on. That one seems to be going really fast, which is strange because it doesn't seem to have any method of propulsion, yet it's kind of going. This is bad. Okay, well, we managed to avoid it crashing into us and destroying our weapons. So that's something I have to be more careful about in the future. Fire some rockets off at these guys. I discovered a weakness of these missiles is they target the... Ooh, okay. That was a bit scary, but I managed to avoid taking too much damage from those torpedoes using the rotating shields on the front of my ship. We have reconnected this jump gate to more sectors. Awesome. So let's drop off a bit of ore at this guy. And then, you know, finish off, maybe scan, get that last asteroid and scan out the final 2 little spots. There we go. I'm not super interested, although, you know, I could go through and you know, sort of get all this stuff, at least to common. I think getting it to common is perhaps worth it, and then we can go through and check all our armor. Maybe go up to the green tier. I don't know if it's worth it to go all the way up, but I definitely think, you know, credit per upgrade wise, it's a nice idea to maybe go for some smaller upgrades so that you just have a more diverse choice. I think if I were to see another one of those gamblers, I think what I would do is I would maybe just buy as many of the cheapest modules as I can, just so I can see like what kind of rolls I can get, what kind of, you know, just masked modules, and see what I could build out of it. I think that would be a pretty interesting idea. I apologize a little bit as well for my voice. I do have a little bit of a I think I'm coming down with something, so my voice is probably not quite what it sounds like usually. We're just going to go up here and grab this last scanned area. Alright, nice. See if we can do a power slide into it. Oh, that was the wrong way. Nice. Heading off to the exit. I'd say that was a pretty decent mission. We didn't exactly make a whole bunch of money, but we did get some modules. We didn't take too much damage. was more or less a freebie, despite the amount of enemy ships that were there. See if we can slow down. I think this is a pretty good mission. Pretty happy about it. Ooh, I managed to get a robust mass driver. That's something I might want to experiment with. I think. Oh, let me read this. Very pretty art. So, contact established with the ageless. Homeworld, Hibashi's world. As human medicine and genomics advanced, it eventually became possible for some of the super wealthy to engineer away their own mortality, inhabiting carefully reconstructed series of clones in order to shed the weight of the mortal coil. Seeking to maximize the time they can spend alive before random accidents claim them all the same, many of these people sought refuge on the distant planet Hibashi's world, a small rocky planet alone in its solar system, with a large molten iron core and an atmosphere composed primarily of inert xenon. Most of their trade with the rest of humanity derives from intellectual property. The ageless exhibit a boundless interest in defensive technologies. They were even the inventors of the cheap effective Titan laminate armor system, now used everywhere space travel is prevalent. Long lives and generally higher than average accumulation of bright minds means that even the relatively low population of this colony is responsible for a good portion of the leading defensive technology research, which they share much more freely now that the von Neumann have become humanity's arch nemesis. Dark rumors circulate that the ageless mean to give away the only enough knowledge that mortals and machines might annihilate one another, leaving them in peace to ponder eternity. The ageless, for their part, do not say much, eager to remain out of the fight for as long as possible. That's pretty interesting. It looks like they're having a pretty big enemy problem over here in the ageless. Let's see if we can do a little bit of upgrading to our ship's armor. Let's see here. I'm going to go scan through our armor. Like, here's some bulky. Get rid of that. Just look for things that have negative effects on them. Pull those off the ship. And then we'll go through and I think we'll zero out all the armor. That way we have a nice selection. And then any pieces that we use extensively, we will get upgrades. So see if we can get that all. Oh, that's not, I want to go up to common is what I want to do. Common. Now this is minus 25, minus 50% hit points, and now it's okay. It seems like this is bugged, perhaps. Not sure what to say about that, but I definitely want to go up to common on most of this armor. So I can get a better hold on what we've got going. Alright, I'm pretty happy with all that. Let's go back through now to edit our ship. Oh, I've got a lot of extra pieces of armor. That should be higher quality than the previous stuff. Titan armor is, when compared to light ally armor, 60 health for 1 kiloton for a 2x1. And Titan armor is double the health for double the weight. So yeah, it's just twice as good in terms of protection for twice the weight, which is a price I am more than willing to pay. I've got some, oops, accidentally removed it. I didn't delete it, thankfully. That button just moves a module that you have highlighted into your inventory, so it's not a big deal if you accidentally press it. I'm gonna get some armor here. Another piece here. I'm gonna get rid of this. See if we can't find a little bit more Titan armor. See if we can't color code it correctly. Get this guy over here. Get you out of the picture. Get another Titan piece of armor. Get you in position. Get you here. Alright. And let's see if we can color code these. Now, pretty happy with these. So we've got most of our armor zeroed out to a nice level. So we're probably going to do a couple more missions for these guys so that we can start upgrading it. So why don't I do that now? Let's see, they've got a mission here. It looks like they've got, I'm up against some torpedo ships. So this is under attack. But let's focus on helping out the ageless because I want to upgrade my armor. See, defend factory for 60 seconds. Yeah, I can do that. Here is an enemy ship. Alright, looks like we're taking him out. He's dead. I'm gonna head over to the factory ship. The factory ship looks like it's taken some damage. See if we can swing past it and help it out. Some enemy ships. Oh look, he's producing it looks like some sort of ships that ram. There's another ship that we can take out. Nice one. Oh, he did a bit of damage to our, kind of blew off one of the legs. The factory ship. It's not good, but he should make it. His command module is fine. Looks like it was actually this torpedo ship that did the damage. Didn't see him coming in, or I would have maybe tried a little bit harder to keep him safe. But he's dead now, and the factory ship has made a run for it. Alright, nice one. Some of these ships are going stealth. I'm not entirely sure how they're doing that, but we'll have to figure that one out. Nice, took him out. Swing around. Blow this guy to bits. The missiles can be a little bit strange. Put it that way. It's probably the nicest way to put it. Let's swing up here, stop by the shop, drop off some of these modules. Where is the lab? Is a good question. Is this the laboratory? Looks like this is the kind of mission you want a grappling hook for. Well, you know the mission is move asteroids, so we're gonna have to do it. Take out that module. Alright. Let's stop off here, drop off our... Okay, not really ready to screw around with that at the moment. I'm gonna head over here, see if we can grab an asteroid and bring it back. Probably gonna be not a particularly interesting finish to the mission, considering we're mostly just moving asteroids. Although we do have this guy with torpedoes. Looks like made short work of him. Oop. Gotta bump that asteroid a little bit. No, I wonder if I can pack them together and get them to go at the same time. That would be helpful. Looks like some mines over there. Pushing this asteroid over to the lab. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball how much force I need to give it. I think that's enough. That should get it probably close enough to the lab. See if we can swing in gently. Kind of grab this asteroid. Push it over too. We want to turn a little bit. That should be enough of a push. Give it that little extra nudge. Alright, see if we can grab this little one. Ooh, wrong way. That's what I want to do. Like this, swing around it. And give it a push. Ooh, this one's significantly lighter. So I guess things do have a mass. The asteroids, I thought they would all just kind of be roughly equally easy to push. So that one should keep going quite a bit. It might have over pushed that one. We can nudge it back into place later. Swing around, grab this asteroid. Have to kind of push maybe a little bit. I'm not too scared of bumping hard. You know, it doesn't seem to do too much damage. And I've got repair bots, so I'm not scared. Just gonna do a little bit of a twist. There we go. Now we're on target. Give it a nudge in the right direction. And looks like it's gonna be par 4 for the course. I'm gonna swing down, pass down through these red clouds, kill that last enemy. You know, every little bit of salvage is worth it. Pick up whatever is in those asteroids. Maybe do a little bit of upgrading to our armor. That should round out the episode in a nice way. And fire rockets as we fly past. Let them hit them on our side. No big deal. Alright, so I'm not kind of sure what ship this is down here. It seems like the AI is kind of a little bit wonky, but he definitely has torpedoes. Want to make sure we let him hit our frontal shield. Alright, nice. Looks like we managed to get a pretty lucky shot on his command module, so he popped pretty quick. Let's see here. Slowing down. Let's give this a nudge. Alright. Just keep going. Nice rotation. Grab this final asteroid and then make our way out of the mission. I believe there's a module actually hanging out there in space, so we're going to fly over there. See if we can pick it up. Yep, looks like it was just a command module. Probably wasn't worth it coming out here, but you know, it's a little bit of extra money. Maybe that'll help us buy something useful. Like I'm gonna try and go through now and upgrade all my armor. I might sell off the shields. I don't particularly see shields as very useful. Excuse me. Oh, okay, so we did actually find a cloaking device. Using multiple devices reduces energy consumption. Very good. I'm not sure that's particularly useful. Maybe, depending on how the AI is coded. But I definitely think it would be worth it to use our position now. We're only familiar, so they won't let us upgrade most things. But let me have a look here. We should be able to go through and upgrade our Titan armor. So let's go edit our ship and store its blueprint. Grab all the Titan armor. Here we go. And drag it off. Alright. So let's go upgrade. Okay. Let's see. Rare. Anything that says Titan is getting upgraded. Because I want to see what is available. Get these squared away. Titan armor. I'm probably going to miss a couple pieces here and there. Please don't go crazy at me. I'm only human. Most of it. I'll try and get most of the Titan armor and upgrade it to something we can use. I'm mostly looking for minus weight and plus HP. Everything else I don't really care about. Which actually it looks like those are the only upgrades you can get on armor. So useful. I think, yeah, we have enough to keep going. I haven't really found anything else to spend this money on. I think something I might do is I might swing back to one of the older shops and grab a hacking module just to have an extra one, because it says on the hacking module this is required for the wait, what the? Somehow it managed to find more Titan armor with no upgrades. Let's go back. I'm actually going to get rid of this too. So let's go to the upgrader guy and find some more Titan armor that's worth upgrading. Let's see here. Here's a piece. Upgrade. Impulse armor. Pretty low on cash, but you know, I feel like this is a worthwhile investment for a resource that I pretty much hadn't found a use for at this point in the game. Alright. I think that covers almost all of the Titan armor I was able to find. Guaranteed I missed another couple pieces. Alright, so let's go through and fill out. So we're going to be going for plus 50% hit points first, above everything else. Hit points, we're going to drag them out and then fill in the ship. Extra 60 hit points, you know, that's an extra, maybe it'll survive a torpedo hit. What is torpedoes do? 300 damage. Okay, so it won't survive a torpedo shot, but who knows? It'll soak more damage from my ship, which is definitely something you cannot complain about. I think that's enough to start building. Let's see here. Try and fill it up in neat looking, at least, pieces of armor. A lot of weight reduced pieces. Okay, so I think I've covered all. Nope, another piece of hit points. Alright. Oh, there's some robust Titan armor. That's probably worth sticking on somewhere. More Titan armor. More 50% hit points. Here we go. There we go. Alright, this should more or less cover the ship in what we need. Oops, that was the wrong way to rotate it. We'll stick this here. I just want to make it somewhat aesthetically appealing. So this is a nice little section of defense here. Let's get our stuff wrapped around the other side. Excellent. And one more piece. And then another. Save this blueprint. Now we want some armor down here. Plus 50% hit points. Plus 50% hit points. Right? Yep. Alright, that should... It's not going to be perfectly symmetrical, but you know, I made an effort to make it somewhat so. It's going to look a little bit derpy, but that's just the nature of the armor modules. Is it's kind of gotta... You kind of gotta live what you get. Live with what you get. All right. So that should be the ship upgraded now, armor-wise. So let's store that ship blueprint. I think that's more or less going to call an end to this episode. I think what I'm going to do as a sort of final thing to do in this episode is sell off all the rest of the armor that I'm not a huge fan of, like the weight. So weight minus 20. I know we're not getting a very good return on this in terms of what we invested versus what we are getting back, but I think it is a worthwhile thing to do. I don't think these shields are very good. I'm going to just sell all the shields. And this stuff here, not too sold on it. Don't really care about point defense. I will keep this because this is interesting. Actually, no, let's change my mind. Shield arrays, I like these. Don't like shields. Don't really care about linked armor or nano armor. I think this is a nice amount. Got us a little bit of the money back, but not a huge amount. Alright, so I think that's going to wrap up this episode right here. I want to just thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.